Hello and welcome to the World AFB News. I am your host, Roger, and of course alongside me here I got Jesse.
Hey guys.
And this is going to be for July 3rd, 2022. We're going to be looking strictly, guys, at the CFL and GFL. The CFL, the Canadian Football League, and the GFL, the German Football League. Looking at more of the big leagues now, guys. This is how we're going to be doing it for now. So, like we said, we're going to try to give you a little bit more in depth. And I will say, Jesse does have the CFL quite stacked up. Not so much with me. I got the GFL, so I'm not going to be all that good. But Jesse, tell us, what's going on with the CFL?
All right, guys, and for the CFL, we are on week 4, guys. We did have 4 games take place. I'm just going to go ahead and go through each game with their stats one at a time. And to start it off, we have the BC Lions taking on the Ottawa Red Blacks. And that game was very close, guys. The BC Lions did win that with 34-31. And guys, the only thing I can say from this is that this game was basically how you started. The BC Lions went ahead and started off real fast in the first quarter. They put up 7 points, and the Red Blacks did not put up anything. After that, it was a good match. They both put up points, but at the end, it just came out to that first quarter, and Lions go ahead and take it 34-31. And kind of delving a little deeper into that, we have some statistics here, and it looks like the QB for the Lions, Nathan Rourke, had himself an average day. He did have 23 catches to his 31 attempts. He did put up 359 yards. That's pretty good. The 2 touchdowns, pretty good too, but the 2 interceptions he has, he's got to kind of clean that up. But I will tell you where he shines. It is his scrambling skills where he shines. He did have 5 carries for 87 yards. Pretty good for a QB, even put up a touchdown on that. Their main rusher, James Butler, did have 19 carries for 63 yards. It's a little below average at 3.3 yards, but he did put up a touchdown, so that's pretty good there. They do have a stud at receiver in Keon Hatcher with 7 receiving catches, 166 total yards, and 1 touchdown there, so that's pretty good for them. On the other side of things, the Red Blacks, their QB, Jeremiah, not too good, 162 yards total out of 14 catches, 27 attempts. No touchdowns for him. Now, their rusher, 11 carries for 55 yards. He is averaging pretty good. I would have liked to see him carry it more often. He was averaging 5 yards and 1 touchdown. It's pretty good. I would like to see it maybe next game he takes more carries there. They may have a better result at the end. But that's going to wrap it up for the BC Lions and the Red Blacks, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next game, and that's going to be the Edmonton Elks taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This one, too, was a very good game and came down to how you ended it, basically. Well, I'll let you determine that. In first quarter, the Elks only put up 6 points, while the Tiger Cats put up 16. And then, in comparison, fourth quarter, the Elks put in 14 points, and then the Tiger Cats lose it at only 3 points in the fourth quarter. So I don't know how you start versus how you end. I'll let y'all make the decision on that. The Elks go ahead and take it 29-25. On the Elks side, their QB, Trey Ford, kind of had an average game, 159 total yards and 26 attempts with only 15 catches. Did have a touchdown. He also had an interception, so kind of average, nothing really standing out there. As for his rushing game, he did have 6 carries on his scrambles for 61 yards. He did average 10 yards there, so he got him out of some bad situations and made some positives. Not bad for him. The running back situation over there is what kind of worries me. See, they didn't really have a starting rusher. They had 4 running backs who split it between 16 carries and didn't get that many yards. So a main point for the Elks is to kind of really solidify who's going to be their rusher, who's going to go ahead and take that, kind of take some pressure off Trey Ford there. And nothing kind of outstanding on the receiver. Their number 1 receiver had 4 receiving yards, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. That's going to be Kenny Lawler.
Well, I will say, Jesse, just looking at the scores and everything, it looks like this was a very high field goal game, looking at the Hamilton Tiger Cats with their second, third, and fourth quarter being all kicks.
Yeah, that's very true. And I was also looking at it, and I saw that they put 14 points at the end, so maybe there was no need to run, and that's why they don't have a lone rusher there. The kind of pressure went onto the quarterback, so maybe they can get that early lead, take some pressure off him, and actually develop a number 1 RB there.
No, definitely.
And as for the Tiger Cats, guys, we do have their QB. He did do good. Dane Evans, he did have 20 catches when he threw 31 times, 192 yards, 1 touchdown. Actually, he didn't do good. He had 2 interceptions. When you have a close game like that, the turnovers will kill you, and he needs to clean that up big time.
I know it doesn't say on there when the interceptions happened, but I wonder if it was in the beginning or at the end. Because if it was at the end, that does explain why they got 14 points.
I think it's at the end, because they did put 16 points up in the first quarter, and they may need to switch, but who knows? No rushing touchdowns for the Tiger Cats. Wide receiver was kind of bland, 5 receiving receptions for 81 yards for Tim White, but here is where they shined, and I think here's where the score actually seems a little closer than what it is. We did have a kick return touchdown by Lawrence Woods. He did have a kick return touchdown, and in total 5 kick returns for 144 yards average. So he did break off 1 there, guys. And that's going to finish it off for that game. We're going to jump in now to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers taking on the Toronto Argonauts. Another close game. This week was full of close games. The Blue Bombers take it 23-22. Close one there. And on Winnipeg, it looks like they started off very strong, and it was just good enough to keep them from losing the game, because they didn't put that many points up second, third, and fourth quarter, but the Argonauts did, and they still won. So that first quarter really saved them there. And on to the statistics side, guys, nothing really standing out on the QB and the RB, but I will tell you what, their defense needs to be recognized, especially young Nicholas Taylor. He has 8 solo tackles and 1 interception, and the defense its total has 2 interceptions. That will win you games, and that is probably how they won 23-22. Kicker, it's always good to have a good kicker. He is 3 for 3, so good job for Mark Lario. For the Argonauts, the QB, McLeod Bethel Thompson, 2 touchdowns, which is good, 314 yards, which is good, but those 2 interceptions will not win you the game. And their running back is a big-time monster, Andrew Harris, with 22 carries, 111 yards. No touchdowns, but man, he could pull up some yards. He's averaging 5. And to match their kicker, they also have a good kicker who also put up 3 for 3 and his 52-yard longest kick. Good for them, guys. And that's going to conclude it for that one. We're going to jump into the Montreal Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And this we're going to end on here, guys, was not a close game. As a matter of fact, it looked like the Roughriders weren't really have to try at all. Or did they? See, the ending score is Roughriders 41 to the Alouettes 20. But if you go ahead and look kind of deeper into it, the Montreal Alouettes had the lead at halftime, 13 to the Roughriders 11. And then only ended up putting 1 touchdown for the remainder of the game, making them 20. While the Roughriders ended up putting 30 points on there and winning 41-20.
And guys, just real quick, if you're trying to figure out where to watch the CFL, I do believe they play it on their website. But if you live in San Antonio, if you live in the United States, you can watch it on ESPN2, and I actually believe me and Jesse watched the first half of Montreal versus Saskatchewan when we were eating in a restaurant.
Yeah, we went ahead and watched it, and that's why we actually saw it, and we were like, dang, this is actually a pretty good game. But seeing that ending score in the second half we missed, wow, did things turn around. For the Rough Riders, no standouts. They didn't have any highlight person. But for the Alouettes, the one only ray of hope from that is their young man Chanley Worthy, who did have a kick return touchdown. So he did average 3 receiving kick returns, 138 yards total, 1 rushing touchdown for him. That's pretty good. But other than that, yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the CFL. Let me go ahead and tell you the standings and the games for next week. The standings are, in the East Division, the Argonauts are first, the Alouettes are second, Red Blacks third, Tiger Cats fourth. On the West Division, the Blue Bombers are first, the Lions are second, the Stampeders are third, and the Rough Riders are fourth, and the Elks are fifth. And if you go ahead and look at the scores that we have on the screen for you guys, it's obvious at this point the West Division is where the strength is at. They are destroying everyone they play against on the East, and we can only hope for the East, guys. And for next week's games, we have only 3 scheduled. We have the Stampeders and the Elks taking place on July the 7th. Then we have the Red Blacks versus the Rough Riders on July the 8th. Then the Blue Bombers and the Lions on July the 9th.
Going into week 5 of 21, so we're roughly about 1/4 of the way there.
And guys, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Roger for the GFL.
Alrighty guys, so now we're going to be going into the GFL, and like I said in the very beginning, this is going to be for the week of July 3rd. So let's go and dive right in. So the first one we got is going to be the Spiders going up against the Mercenaries. And in this game, we had a really one-sided lead where the Spiders took this one 43-17. You saw most of the scores happening in the first quarter for the Spiders, being 13 and 21 points going. So actually it had 34 points in the first half. Going into the second.
And actually, sorry about that. So looking into it, it looked like this was super easy for the Spiders, because if you look at their second half scores, they're not even like, they must have put the second string in or something.
Yeah, no, they definitely put in the second string for sure.
Rest the guys.
Yeah. So right now, guys, just want to let you know we'll be putting some more statistics next week. Like I said, I've been having it's been a very long week. Jesse over there outdid himself, and I do appreciate you. We're definitely gonna spread the videos probably in half just to give you more content. But let's continue going right now. For now, guys, we got next the Cowboys going up against the Comets. Very close game, but the Cowboys take that one 21-20. Looking at the scores for each quarter, very close game. I mean, the Cowboys took the first points, but the Comets took 2 more scores, it looks like, with 12 points. Halftime 7-12, and then at the very end, it looks like the Cowboys had 2 extra scores, so 21-20 Cowboys. Going into the next one, we have the Hurricanes going up against the Crocodiles, where the Crocodiles won 56-21. Great game for the Crocodiles, scoring most of their points. Actually, at the end of the game, scored 21 and 14, so they actually scored 34 points at the very end. So very dominating second half. Now going up to the Monarchs and the Royals up next. We had those two play really good. Actually, somewhat of a close game, but the Royals took that one 36-21. Looking next game, we have the Adlers going up against the New Yorkers, where the New Yorkers took that one 31-17. Now we're going into what the Universe versus the Hurricanes. We see this score is going to be 42-20. Hurricanes had a great start, had 28 points in the first half versus the Universe only 7. And it didn't stop there, guys. We had another 2 touchdowns for both sides after the second half, going 20-42.
I just want the Universe to win one game because I like their name, but they're winless. They need to pick it up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think right now for the Universe, they can only go up at this point. I mean, hopefully they can find a way to come together and, just get one for old Betsy. Looking out into the next game, guys, we have the Unicorns going against the Razorbacks. Very one-sided game. Unicorns beating that one 49-17, scoring 28 points in the first half. And now we have the next game is going to be on the 3rd of July. The Rebels going up against the Panthers. This one also a one-sided event where the Rebels took that one 55-13, scoring 34 points in the first half. Rebels and the Panthers only scoring 7. Very good games overall. Not very close games like how the CFL was, but still good. Looking up into the next week, guys, we have on July 16th, the Mercenaries going up against the Unicorns. We have the Razorbacks going up against the Cowboys, and the Hurricanes going up against the Spiders. Only 3 games next week, so I'll be looking for some more statistics in that, so it'll be very good. Jesse's excited because next week he has the GFL and I have the CFL, so you should definitely get some statistics. It'll be very good right there. And now, guys, we're going to be looking at the standings. Looking in the North and South Division. In the North Division, we have the Royals in first place, the New York Lions in second place. Third place, we have the Adlers. Fourth place, Crocodiles. Fifth place, Monarchs. Sixth place, Rebels. Seventh place, Hurricanes. And finally on the bottom, 8th place, Panthers. Now going on the very top for the South, the Unicorns. First place, second place, Cowboys. Third place, Spiders. Fourth place, Hurricanes. And I forgot to tell you guys, there are 2 Hurricanes, so don't get confused with one Hurricane and the other. Fifth place, the Comets. Sixth place, the Mercenaries. Seventh place, Razorbacks. 8th place, the Universe. So Jesse, just let you know, the Universe are playing the Mercenaries next week, and they are 6th place, so hopefully they can get the win here.
Yeah, it looks like they have a chance. I'm hoping they take it.
Alrighty, guys, and that's going to be the end for this 2 leagues. Like I said, we're going to be looking at just these 2 leagues right now. And the reason why is because there's a lot of leagues, and I want to give y'all just a little bit more information so y'all can take that knowledge and start watching it yourselves. It's a very good one. These games that are happening around the world, I would love to keep on talking about every single one, but as of right now, just with timing and everything and looking at analyst statistics, it's just really hard to come at. But as with that, Jesse, you have anything with us?
No, guys, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Alrighty, guys, and I'm Roger.
And I'm Jesse, and we're saying bye.